My name is Atish Baidya. I am currently the digital content editor at WOUB Public Media. So my background is in television reporting. I was a television reporter for 6 years, 5 years in Charleston, West Virginia, and then a year in Zanesville, Ohio. I have a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism from the University of Southern California. So a television news reporter's job is to tell a story, to report the news on a TV platform. Traditionally, that model has been you go out with a photographer to go and cover whatever story that you've been assigned for the day. And you have to gather interviews, you have to gather what's called B-roll, so it's footage of whatever it is, the event that's happening. And then you have to go back and put those together, to edit those together, write your story, pick out the sound bites that you're going to be using, and then put them together in the news package. And it's called a news package because traditionally all of that's on one, it's packaged together on one tape. It's sort of the self-contained unit. Your responsibilities, you have lots of them, right? You have responsibility to your viewers, you have responsibility to your profession, so you have standards that you have to abide by. You have to be ethical, you have to be fair, you have to be balanced, you have to be objective. So you have to make sure that you are getting both sides or all sides of the story, that you're getting enough information to accurately and fairly convey the story that's happening, whatever it may be that you're assigned to. Here's the thing, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. It's sort of your essence of being in some ways, and you either are working, you're producing something from that, or you're not, but you're infinitely curious, and you're always having to be observing and looking around and thinking. When I was in high school, I did my high school newspaper, and I did the high school yearbook, and I got involved in photography. And I think that was like photography was what really got me thinking about broadcast journalism, because I took a photography class and I loved it. I just loved taking pictures. And then I took my newspaper class because I was like, I always thought it's something I wanted to do, and I love telling stories and learning. And I was like, how do I marry my love of the visual with my love of the story? And I was like, oh, TV news, you get to do both. But any experience you can have where you can practice the craft of doing journalism, of telling the story, and having the visual element as well as sort of the written element is what you really should be getting involved in. And if you got a journalism class at your high school, like a school newspaper, nowadays it's even like online, like a school paper that's online, or some schools have a TV newscast that they do where they do morning announcements or present some stories on a closed circuit television type system. If you have those sorts of classes and programs in your school, definitely get involved with those early, as soon as you can, so that you're really building your ability to know what looks good visually and what looks good in terms of composition visually when you're doing photography or video, and then how to tell a story and how to write. But you have to be proactive and you have to want to do it. Because Ohio has that urban and rural mix, you have the smaller markets where you get your start traditionally, and so you can cut your teeth in the smaller markets and then work your way up to the bigger markets. And you could do that in Ohio. You could basically stay in Ohio if you wanted to, and and build a great career working your way up from a smaller market all the way up to like a Columbus or a Cincinnati. So those are the opportunities that are there. There's lots of news opportunities. Globally, I mean, it depends on what you're interested in, right? I mean, the sky's the limit. If you push hard and you work hard and you got what it takes, you can do, and you're in the right place at the right time and you know the right people, you can go work for CNN, or you can go work for MSNBC, Fox News, all those big cable channels if you wanted to, or AP or a wire service. I mean, it's really, that's the thing with news. It's almost like news doesn't have any boundaries or borders. If wherever you want to go, wherever you decide you want to go, if you set a goal, you can probably get there if you work hard enough.